Welcome back. So today we are going to start with a new topic, differentiation. So differentiation is a derivative of a function, and today in this worksheet we'll be seeing the power rule to differentiate the function. So the power rule that we are going to use is differentiation of function with respect to x, and the function is given as x raised to power n. If the function is x raised to power n, we are going to use this rule. The exponent will come over the front and x function and power minus of 1. What happens here is, it's very simple. This is an exponent that will come in front n, and there is a minus 1 to this exponent. This rule you have to remember when we are differentiating any function with respect to x. We are going to bring the power in front and we are going to subtract 1 to it. Let me give you some example to make it much more clear. So here you can see this example. It says the function is x raised to power 5. So if I differentiate this one with respect to x, so dy by dx will be equals to this 5 will come in front and x to power 5 minus 1. So in this function we just put this 5 in front and subtracted 1 to it. So what will be a final answer? So differentiate with respect to x, we got the answer as 5x to power 4. I believe you understood. So with the same concept, actually this is a power rule that you have to keep it in mind. If you differentiate the function x raised to power n, so n will come in front and we have to subtract 1 to this. So this is power rule to differentiate. Keep this in mind. Okay, so let's do the second question. So if we are given with the function y equals to x raised to power 7, so if you differentiate this function with respect to x, so we'll be getting 7x 7 minus of 1. We put this 7 in front of x and we subtracted 1 to the power. So we got the answer as 7 into x raised to power 6. So for C part, same. Function is x to power 4. If you differentiate with respect to x, why I am saying with respect to x, because it's x over here. This is the function y equals to x raised to power 4. So we are differentiating with respect to, actually differentiation is something like we are doing derivative of the function. That's what the differentiation is. So this function we are deriving it. We are deriving that function. That's why we are calling it as differentiation of y with respect to x. So this 4 comes in front and 4 minus of 1. The rule is very simple, power rule. So it becomes 4 into x raised to power 3. For D part, if I differentiate with respect to x, so we get 9 into x raised to power 8. So here I just wrote minus 1 and minus 1 and minus 1, show one more step, but here I'll be directly doing the steps because we are subtracting. In the power rule we have to bring the powers exponent in front and we have to subtract 1 to the powers or exponent, we can call. So the E part is, if I differentiate y, the function with respect to x, I'll get, individually we have to do it. This is x cube, so 3 will come in front and 3 minus of 1 is 2. Okay, same way this is x square, individually I'm doing, so 2 will come in front and 2 minus of 1 is 1. And differentiation of any constant will be 0. If I differentiate any constant value, constant means any number, so it will give me 0. Okay, differentiation of any constant value is 0. So that's why we got 3x square plus 2 of x, because differentiation of the constant 2 gets 0. So we have, if I differentiate this function with respect to x, dy by dx equals to 6 will come in front, x to power 5, minus of 5 will come in front, x to power 4, plus of 4 will come in front, x to power 3. This 4 comes in front. I believe you understand. This is a power rule we are using for each function. And power rule in which the exponent will come in front and subtracted with 1. Okay, G question is, the function is y equals to, okay, let me write the function for you, x4 plus x square plus 2. See, this is a constant, so differentiation of the constant will be 0, as in the same case with the, so we have to differentiate only the function x4 plus x square. So differentiation of y with respect to x will be giving you 4x cube plus of 2x, because 2 minus of 1 is 1. So the last question of this last part is, so it's very simple. Differentiation of y with respect to x will give you 12, because 4 times 3 is 12. If I multiply 4 with 3, it gives you 12. So 12 x to power 3. 4 minus of 1 is 3. I believe you understand this. So the same concept, the power rule, we are going to use it again. With the same power rule, we are going to solve it, but little bit of method that we have to use it before using the power rules. So the second question that has y equals, the function is y equals to x, 1 by x raised to power 4. So you know that when I bring this x to power 4 over the numerator, it is in the denominator, what will happen? The sign will change. The plus 4 sign will be changed to the negative 4. So let us write the function y equals to 1 by, instead of writing 1 by, I'll be writing x to power minus 4. Why it has negative? See, if I write 1 upon x, if I want to bring this x over the top, what will happen? X will come over the top, but because it changes the position, it will have a negative sign on it. Okay. Uh, Same way, this is the same rule we are using here. Because this x is over the bottom, x is over the bottom with a negative plus 4. So when it goes up, it will be having a negative sign. So y equals to x raised to power minus 4. Now we are going to differentiate this function. Now if I differentiate this function with respect to x, so it will be dy by dx equals to minus 4 will come in front, x to power minus 4 and minus 1 gives you minus 5. Okay, same rule, power rule is applied here. So minus 4 minus 1 is minus 5. So the b part is, we have the function y equals to 1 by x cube plus 1 by x minus of x square. So if I want to differentiate this function with respect to x, see, yeah, before differentiating, we will just try to solve this function a little bit. Let's solve this. If I bring this x cube over the top, it will be having negative sign, as we have done in the first part also. Same way, if I bring this x over the top, it will have a negative of 1. It is already having a plus 1. So if it goes up, it will have a negative 1. And this is already over the top. Okay. So now we will solve differentiating the function y. So if I differentiate y with respect to x, it will have minus 3 in front, and x to power minus 3 minus 1 gives you minus 4. And in this case, when this minus 1 come in front, it will have minus of 1, x to power minus 1 minus 1 gives you minus 2. And there is already a minus sign, and 2 comes in front, 2x, and 2 minus of 1 gives you 1. So we don't have to write 1 on it. 1 we don't have to show. So this will be your final differentiation. So C part is function is 1 upon x square plus 8 upon x minus of 4. So as we know that this is a constant term here, the last 4 is constant term, so this will become 0. Okay, this will become 0, so we don't have to solve that. So if I solve this, yeah, if I solve this further, x should come over the top with a negative sign, and 8 is already there, x with a negative 1 and a constant there. See why negative 1 comes, because x we have to shift it towards the top before differentiating it. So we got minus of 1. So now let's differentiate this function y. So if I differentiate this one with respect to x, minus 2 will come in the front, and minus 2 minus of 1 is minus of 3. So this minus 1 will come in front, but minus 1 into 8 is minus 8, and minus 1 gives you minus 2, and because this is a constant, it will become 0. So that's your final answer. So if I differentiate this function, 4 by x cube minus of 6 by x square. So as I told you, this x cube need to be shifted over the top. If I shift this x cube, it will have negative of 3, and if I shift this x square, it will have negative of 2. Why it has a negative? Because if it shifts the position from the denominator to numerator, it will change the sign positive to negative. If it is negative over the bottom, if the sign is negative over the bottom, over the top it will have positive. Okay, because it is shifted towards the top. Whatever the sign is, it will be changed if the direction is changed. So if I try to solve this, I have solved this. Then we have to differentiate this with respect to x. So 4 times 3 is 12, minus of 12 because minus 3 is multiplied with 4. Then x to power minus 3 minus 1 is minus of 4. And in this case, minus 2 and minus 2 into minus is plus, right? There will be minus 1, right? And we are actually multiplying minus 2 with minus of 6. So minus 2 minus 6 is, you can multiply using a calculator also. Minus 2 minus of 6 gives you plus of 12. 6 times 2 is 12, because minus minus gives you plus. And x to power minus 2 minus of 1, we are subtracting power with 1 also, right? So minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3. So this will be your final answer. So if I differentiate this function, y equals to 4 by x square minus of 5x square. So first I have to take this x square over the top with a negative sign, and this is already there. If I differentiate this y with respect to x, minus 2 will come in front, multiplied with 4, it will be minus of 8. 4 times 2 is 8, and minus 2 minus of 1, we are also subtracting the power with minus 1. So minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3, minus of 5 times 2 is 10, x 1, because 2 minus of 1 gives you 1. So let's do the last question for this video, and this is the function 6 minus of 3 by x. So if I differentiate with respect to x, this is a constant, right? So we don't have to solve this, because differentiation of any constant means any number. Okay, any number is called as a constant. So if I differentiate that constant, it will be 0, so we don't have to write that. So we just have to differentiate this 3 by x. So before differentiating, let's take that 3 over the top. Yeah, let's take that 3 over the top before differentiating. So if I try to differentiate before, we cannot do it. So function, we have to solve it first. So 3x to power minus 1. So now let's differentiate with respect to x. So this becomes 0, this becomes 0, so I don't have to write. So minus 1 and minus of 3. Minus 1 multiplied by minus 3 is plus 3. And x to power minus 1 is minus 2. Okay. So power is also subtracted with 1. So minus 1 minus 2. Minus 1 is minus 2. And this minus 1 is multiplied with 3. That gives you minus 3 gives you plus of 3. I hope this video was useful to you. So you just have to keep this power rule. Till now we discussed this power rule. So do all these questions one more time without pausing the video. I believe this video will help you a lot. Thank you so much for watching this video.